Hi, everybody. It's Shelly and Lisa from
Sound Mind and Spirit.
And we're here on a beautiful Easter afternoon just to come back and touch base. We've already spent about 30 minutes in pre-prep. And by pre-prep, what I mean is, we just didn't know what we wanted to talk about.
No, but we had the time so why not? And we're just going to kind of free flow and see what happens. Yeah. So, who knows?
So this morning, we said we were going to start with Easter. He is risen.
Yay! So we Easter this morning, I went to Mass.
Yes, and I thought it was hilarious. So your daughter was cantering this morning.
Yes.
And I usually go Sunday afternoon at 5, but her daughter was cantering. Her son was altar serving, and her younger daughter was a greeter. And
you just put them all to work. That's what I'm saying. They all work Mass.
So we sort of, I'm not going to say we didn't have a choice, but we sort of didn't have a choice that we were going to the same Mass.
Oh, to go to the same Mass, yeah.
And Mom and Dad. And
yeah, we all sat together in the front. Yeah. So we got there early because you know how crowded Easter Masses or services can be because...
And the kids had to check in.
Crazy. And yeah, Ashley had to warm up at the piano before, I know we're outside, so we'll see how this goes. She had to warm up, so we got there early, and we got there about 45 minutes early. And I said, "Oh, honey, so we can get a good seat." And my husband made an Instagram post with all of the empty chairs. We were the second ones, though. We weren't the first ones. I mean, we were the second ones, so that's not bad. But I got y'all a seat because y'all were not early. Mom and Dad showed up not long after we got there.
So we woke up. I don't even remember what time we woke up. All I know is I told the girls we had to leave the house by 8:30, and nobody was downstairs at 8:20. And so Douglas, my 4-year-old, does not understand waiting for his teenage sisters to get ready, and that he cannot go in there and look at his Easter basket and hunt for eggs. So he sort of took it upon himself, very self-initiated, to go and hunt for eggs. And there was very little to do to really stop him without causing a major fit. He was dressed, he was ready, he'd had breakfast. So he had like 10 eggs in his basket already. And then
wait a minute. The teenagers were going to hunt for Easter eggs?
They love it.
Are you kidding?
No, they love it. It's a big deal.
Funny.
We still can't find one.
I hope it's not a hard-boiled egg.
No, it's not.
Oh, good.
I'm very careful with those.
Because you don't want to find that one later.
Yeah, but we think it has a Lego piece in it. Hey, I was trying to be creative and put things in the eggs this year. I don't normally do that.
Well, you're better than us. We don't even hunt Easter eggs. You know, we've never done the Easter bunny.
Never?
Mm-mm.
Why not? Never once.
No, they used to, like, when they were little... They would, wake up and there'd be stuff in their Easter baskets, but it was always from us. We didn't wake up. We never hid Easter eggs on Easter morning or any of that.
Oh, and I've always hidden Easter eggs, but I've never taught the girls that there was some magical bunny that came. I don't know why we don't do the bunny, but we do Santa Claus.
I don't know either. But we've never been, we hunt Easter eggs, like the neighborhood would have one, the church has one, the school has one. So usually by the time we hit Easter morning, we've done a lot of Easter egg hunts, and so we just
didn't do it. You go to Easter egg hunts before Easter?
That's when most of them are.
Oh, see, all of them were today. We missed all the ones we were invited to because we were Mom and Dad's for lunch.
Well, like at the schools, like the preschools. I'm sure he did one at school.
Mm-mm.
They didn't do one at school?
No.
Oh, it's probably because you don't go to a Christian school. You go to just a regular school.
I don't think they did an egg hunt. He came home with some eggs. I don't think they hid eggs and did a hunt. I think they just exchanged eggs.
Oh, okay.
So
no, the kids used to do them at school, and then the neighborhood usually had one either the day before Easter or like the weekend before. Is our old neighborhood, and and then as a stay-at-home mom with little bitty kids, that's what we did to keep. That's what I did to keep them busy. Like, if they were driving me crazy at, 5 o'clock and I'm trying to make dinner, I would go and hide Easter eggs all over the house.
Okay, and tip for all you stay-at-home moms, keep the Easter eggs out.
Yes.
Hide them, and then go make your kids go find them.
We would find them forever later.
That's funny.
Like underneath the couches and all kinds of... But we used to do it so much, it just kept them busy. And so now when they're big, I don't know, they'd rather hide them than find them.
Well,
and we don't have any little people to hide them for.
Do you color Easter eggs? No, you didn't?
It's okay.
Oh, I've got an Instagram of my daughter's.
Okay, so
tips spray. I tagged them.
That's one of those things that it just, you know what? if we don't get it, if we do it, that's great, but I'm not going to stress myself out over it. And it's just, I don't know, we do it sometimes. We did not do it this year. Nobody even mentioned it. No.
Well, and yours are older now, too. But no, my girls, it was, when are we dyeing the Easter eggs? We always do it on Saturday now before Sunday. This is the first year I think I hard-boiled them without cracking a single egg. And then, so it's always, just your little, what do you call that, pause dye, the little tablets, and you put them in there.
Oh, I got a bunch of that from a couple of years. I don't know if it's still good, but
probably, I'll take it. But my girls, they're teenagers, and they love doing it, and it's a really big deal. We're super hyper-competitive in this family.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked, I tell you.
I think we've talked about that. So you get an 18 count of eggs, and then everybody gets 6, and then my middle daughter, she dropped one, so we got to eat one.
Oh yeah, see mine when we dye them, they just want to eat them because they love hard-boiled eggs.
Yeah, and then Douglas is like, let's drop another one. No, just put it back in the green, honey.
No, our Holy Week was a little crazy, insane, a wee bit. Yeah. So we were, it was good just getting to Easter and trying to find time in all of the plan to this is the first year in a long time we haven't gone to any of Triduum masses or any of that, so no Holy Thursday for us or Good Friday masses or services. But the one thing we always do, and my kids are funny about this, I mean, even if I try to forget, they'll stop me. 3 o'clock on Good Friday, we will stop and pray. And
do you do the Divine Mercy?
Not on Good Friday. I do that during the week sometimes, but not on Good Friday. But we just stop. I remember we're out here by my pool. See my pool in the background. We were out here one year, Good Friday. Must have been in April, and we had a couple of friends over from school, and they were swimming and all that. And we at like 2:55.
I remember you.
Everybody had to get out of the pool. We all sat around the edge of the pool and prayed at 3 o'clock.
That's so sweet.
And it's just that's one way we do it, but to try to remember to do that in the midst of the crazy.
Well, okay, so speaking to that, I did not go Thursday night, and I did not go Friday night. In fact, neither night, I didn't get home before 7:45, and Mass started at 7. So work was very busy. That aside, I actually did put on my calendar like an alarm to remind myself at 2:45. I was going to block off time at 3 and do a Divine Mercy. And then work just was like crazy. And I was like, spiritual warfare,
you know what? You were Skyping me at like 2:58 on Friday.
Yes.
Because I walked away from Skyping you to come into the kitchen with the kids, and we had a neighbor kid boy
I wish
here
you'd
too.
said something.
I'm like, neighbor kid boy, we're praying now.
I wish you'd said something because I'd already turned the reminder off twice. It's like hitting the snooze button. Yeah, I'll get to that. Yeah, I'll get to that. Yeah, I'll get to that. Wait, there's a phone call?
Well, and on top of that, I had
you want to come in the office and talk to me about something? Okay,
I'm praying. Kids had stomach bugs this week. It was a
you did have a weird. Yeah. Well, my daughter went. She's part of the SAM team, and I think it means like Servants of Mary in Latin. So I'm not going to try and pronounce it.
Oh, it does? I thought it was like Saint Angela Merici, like the church
I did
name
too.
team.
No, Rebecca says it's Servants of Mary.
Oh,
so
who knew?
Servantus ad Mariam or something. Just ignore that.
And it just happens to be the
It just happens to be
acronym
the
of the
same
church.
as
That was
so
convenient.
They were supposed to do the Living Stations of the Cross Friday, but as I understand it, they didn't have enough people. Anyway, so they just led the Stations of the Cross, candles and the whole.
Yeah.
So anyway, I tried.
Oh, here comes the train. Train.
Sorry.
I don't know if you can hear it or not. We're about 2 houses off the train track, and there's a sound wall, but it goes by. I don't know, at least once an hour. I don't know, a lot. But it's not so bad. People worry about it when you move close. And we were looking at this house. We were inside, and we ran. We heard the train coming, and we ran. No, we were outside, and we heard it, and we ran inside and shut the door. It was like, can you hear it? And it's not so bad. But moving here with it, my son was, how old was Dana when we moved here? 4?
How old was Lori?
Ashley was 5. No, you're right. Ashley was 5.
Baby.
So Dana was 3 when we moved here. And let me tell you, having a 3-4-year-old, when you're standing out here by the pool, you can see the top of the trains. And wow, that's a big hit with little boys.
Yes.
I mean, train. Yep. And they all get excited, and they're standing, and they point.
And the realtor turns to you and says, so what kind of offer shall I make for you?
So it's a I don't know. We don't really notice it in the house. I notice it when I'm out here because I can hear it. And you probably, I don't even know. Let's be quiet. Can you hear it? Okay, that's not bad.
I don't remember what we were talking about. Easter.
I don't know.
We started talking about Easter and coming to Easter Mass. And okay, I'm curious. What time do you go to Easter services wherever you go?
And how crowded was it?
Oh my gosh.
Which is a blessing that so many people go. It really is. Ours, we had 4 today. Our church had 4 masses this morning. And Easter Vigil last night, and 4 masses today. And ours, the 9, was evidently out in the parking lot.
Well, okay, so my Brian took Douglas, and they went to the bathroom because, of course, the minute the Eucharist comes out, some little boy is like, I gotta go potty. So
Yeah.
out they go. They didn't come back for a long time. Well, and your son was altar serving, and they were doing the
Holy water
stuff.
Yeah.
And they disappeared for a long time.
We were like, I think we went through 2 songs. And I'm sitting there
The
going,
guy was like,
did they go for a coffee break? Like, where did they go?
But then you knew it was really
And you know what he
busy,
said
too.
was, they went all the way, they went into the cry rooms, then they went into
They went through the hallway.
the community room where they had the TV set up, and then they went into the foyer. And he said once they got and there were people outside on the front
That's what Brian told me.
area who could just hear it.
They had the doors open and
And,
the loudspeakers going.
And Daniel said once he and Father Joy got out there, they couldn't get back in because there were so many people in the hallways. They had trouble getting back. So,
Yeah.
It was a little long, crazy today. But
Well,
then,
in communion, it felt really long too, because they sent 4
Yeah.
people in the back, and then
Yeah.
we had the 4 in
Yeah.
the front, and then we finished up in the main church part.
Yeah.
And then Father Joy and another.
these bugs not getting you?
They're not
It's
getting
just me.
Just
Oh.
you. Must be your hair product. Yeah. So they went in the back to serve, and they never came back. And we were sitting there like, la, 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 la. I started reading the bulletin. I hate to say that.
You know what I think caused some of the problems, though? I think there's so many people who leave after communion that they were trying to get out. We had that narrow hallway because we're in a community building. We're not in a big worship church yet.
Folding chairs.
We have
no
folding
pews,
chairs. We don't have pews and stuff. So
which saved our knees today.
Yeah. So they were. I think people in the main worship space were trying to leave as they're trying to work communion in the hallway, and I think it caused a.
And then put the
It
10:45
slowed-
people trying to get there
Oh,
early.
and then the 10:45, the next
So you're
mass.
probably out there
Oh my
going,
God.
the body of Christ. Oh, wait, have you been to Mass yet? Oh, you're coming in for the
Yeah,
next
like
one.
which one are you? They but they did have sheriff's deputies outside directing traffic,
noticed
which
that.
was really, really, and we were very strategic in where we parked. I don't know
We
if you
were just
noticed
happy.
that.
We got one of the very last spots.
Well,
in
since
the
we were
main parking
second.
lot. Oh, that's true.
We were very strategic. We got out really quickly.
We did it without meaning to, but we got out really quickly too.
So
But what was I talking? Oh, the timing. So you were saying there was a 7, there was a 9, there was the 10:45, and then a 12:30, and we were looking for something to talk about before we said just start it. And
because it's
There
gonna
was
get
a-
dark and we're still sitting here.
there was a blog post that I wrote, 6
Oh,
years
yeah,
ago.
yeah.
Oh, we've got some really interesting blog posts from way back when we first
You know,
started.
that is. Wait. I know you're okay. Talk about the blog post. And I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. Okay.
I can't remember what it was titled, but Lisa will find it. She'll link to it.
I'll link to it.
And
It was like God spoke to me on Easter morning or something.
that
like
was it. That was it.
Yeah.
Because it made me laugh. I didn't remember writing it.
No, we were looking at it on the computer, and I'm like, "Did you write that? Did I write that? Like, who wrote that?" We had to
actually have to
scroll
look.
down and look who wrote it.
But it was about us taking our, let's see if it was 6 years
2010.
ago, it was a 10-year-old, a 7-year-old, little girls. We took them to a 7 a.m. mass. And I was the one that was like rolling over and going back to sleep. And it was my husband that said something, and you'll have to go look at the blog post to see what he said. But he said something that made me, realize that maybe that was God doing one of those gentle air horns in your ear, and made us get up and go to mass at 7 a.m. I don't think we'd have done that today. That's what's funny. It's funny how life takes you in all these twisty roads.
We kind of talked about, because we go to 7 a.m. for Ash Wednesday, and we kind of talked about it for today, but we had a crazy weekend, and we were up at
You couldn't have gone at 7 a.m. because you
Oh,
had all
no,
the
no,
kids
you're
serving.
right. Well, originally we talked about it, but we knew
hair.
we'd be up. We were up at 4 a.m. yesterday, and busy, and so we knew that today we would not.
I didn't think you'd be up for a 7 a.m. See, you got bugs. I got hair flying in my
Okay, so what I was going to say is we were going through all those old blog posts, and so we've been writing When did we start the blog?
2009.
Blogs.
February, March.
It was
2009.
February 2009. And so what's really funny, we don't write that often now.
But we had like 11, 12, 13 posts a month.
We used to write like 4 a week.
It was crazy.
If you go back to those early years, I mean, there are hundreds and hundreds of posts from those first few years. And so we need to, and we don't remember. So,
but we've noticed now when we link to something that we wrote way back when that had like, we won't say how many hits, but
Mom.
They were more
Not
than
Mom. That was about all who read it was Mom.
No, we'd have usually like
Mom and maybe one of our husbands.
I think it was higher. I think it was like 50. Once we got out of the teens.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to touch my. Anyway, once we start, we've noticed that if we like link back to certain posts that we were particularly
go read them because some of them were really good.
All of a sudden, the hits go up, and the hits are like really up, and
like, no one is
reading them.
No one's read them before. So I think we should. I think we should do a not today because we're not prepared, but I think maybe in a week or two we should do our top 5 favorite posts from more than 5 years ago.
Oh, you know what would be fun?
Or best of the one a year or something.
You do 2 lists, and I'll do 2 lists. You do your top 5 of like the last 8 years, and I'll do my top 5, and then I'll do my top 5 of your posts that you wrote, and you do your top 5 of posts that I wrote, and that way we're not just saying these are the ones I'm proud of writing. These are the ones I'm the most proud of you for writing.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Do you? Okay, so I'm gonna.
Wait a minute. I just thought of how many posts I have to go back and read.
Yeah, good luck with that. I keep a spreadsheet.
Will you share it?
No.
Yes, you will. You're my sister. I love you.
Maybe.
Hey, as my kids would say, maybe doesn't mean no.
Oh, don't tell my kids that one. Okay, so my challenge this week is going to be for you, the 5 people who watch this.
6.
6 or 6 people?
There's 6.
Oh, good. To go back through.
Thank you.
Like, I don't know. They're on the right side. You can't see my hand. On
family.
the right side of the right. Oh, but we're gonna be flipped, right?
There. No, it's like on this side right here. No,
it's not my head. There's like a what is it called? A tag cloud. Where you have all the labels and the tags and
anyway, those tabs are up at the top.
No, not the tabs at the top. The ones on the or you can do the top. Anyway, click on something on the site and see if you can find an old post.
You've got that thing turned on at the bottom where it says, if you like this one, you might be interested in these others.
Yeah.
So try that too.
Find an old post. Just one. Okay, please. So we should ask a question of each other.
Oh, okay.
Because last time you asked me, what was my most embarrassing TV show?
And we had people who responded to that.
Yeah.
Yay, thanks. Hi,
so what's another good question? Go.
I don't know.
I did a Catholic Mom Google Hangout this week. CatholicMom.com, and we do
how do you have time for all this?
I know, that's why I don't get my other stuff done. So every 2 weeks we do a Google Hangout, and I'm not on it every 2 weeks. It's like there's several of us, and we rotate through. Around. And so
it looks like fun.
It's a lot of fun. So Eric and I co-hosted, and so we have a random question every time we host.
You can't spring that on me like that.
That's what we do.
Thinking of a random question.
Well, I'll tell you, since I was in charge of the random question for CatholicMom.com. So you want me to ask you my random?
Okay, you ask me your random question. We'll see if that inspires me.
Okay. So my random question that I came up with, because I was trying to be nice to our guest, because I'm not going to be, asking her something.
Okay.
Like, what's your most embarrassing TV show?
Sorry.
No, it was just, if you have a free time or spare moments, where I know, that's funny, right? So when you have
we're gonna do a working mom vlog on free time and spare moments
and what that really means.
Yeah.
What do you do? What is your favorite thing to do when you have a few
with
spare
my family
moments?
or just me?
It doesn't matter.
Read.
Do you have a specific place you go? I mean,
no. Okay, I'll give you an example. Yes, yes. It's rare, but yes. There is a There is a peach couch
Oh, yeah, there is a peach couch in her house.
in my living room that was a hand-me-down
two
from...
of them, actually.
It's a long story. It's a family hand-me-down treasure from my husband's side of the family. And I like the couch. I like the couch because it's low and it's comfortable.
'Cause she's
and it's
kinda
not overstuffed
short.
and I'm really short. My feet touch the floor. And anybody who's 5 feet tall will understand what I'm talking about. You sit on a couch, you lean back, and you can put your feet on the floor. Everything else, you just sort of swing and dangle. The couch is really comfortable. It's right there at the front. And in the afternoons, like on a Sunday afternoon, I will lay on that couch and read a book for maybe, if I'm lucky, an hour.
Okay.
So, yes, there you go.
Well, I'm not going to say what my answer was on the show because you should go back and watch my Google Hangout to see what my answer was. So I'll come up with a different answer now. Let's see, today or yesterday after we got home from our 4 a.m. thing, I laid in my bed like a little cocoon. I tucked my sheets all around me and I laid just like this.
A mummy?
A mummy, yeah. And
A cocoon is better, though, because then you, like, emerge later like a butterfly.
And I watched my current show I'm watching on Netflix in Spanish.
In Spanish?
Yeah.
What are you watching that you're watching
Grand
in
Hotel.
Spanish? Why are you watching it in Spanish?
Because it's from Spain.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's a show from Spain. And no, I don't
watching
speak
it in Spanish for a reason.
No, I read the subtitles.
Oh, okay.
But it's my show that I only watch on the treadmill. So I gave myself, because I've been, we've all had sickness this week and stuff. So I haven't been on the treadmill all week. And so I gave myself a exemption. Permission to go watch it. And that's what I did.
You get mad at me for watching shows with closed captioning.
I can't stand it.
But
it's
you can
not
watch
in
shows with
English.
subtitles.
It's not in English. I don't have a choice. I do not have a choice.
But you can adjust to that, but you can't adjust to...
No, because you watch the subtitles instead of watching their faces.
Oh, you know what that just reminded me of? That I can't talk about it in detail right now, but I can after April 1st. But I was watching something. It's Friday, April 1st. It's when it's released.
No, I meant what's today?
Sunday, Easter Sunday, March 27th.
Mm-hmm.
So... Now you made me lose my train of thought.
I don't
Anyway,
know.
so I was watching something that's coming out soon, and they gave me a link. And what was really funny, distracting a little bit, is that they had my email address like right there in the middle of the screen, like a watermark. I understand it's for piracy issues, to keep you from...
Keep you honest.
Yes, absolutely. And it wasn't so distracting after a while, but at the very beginning it was like, oh, this is really distracting. That and the little black and white time, there was a little black and white time thing right here, a little time counter.
So, check the blog next
weekend.
week, and she should be able to post her post about whatever it is
That's coming out on Friday, April 1st. So. If
I'm
they really want to
getting
know, they can
attacked.
figure it out. So, okay, we better go then, if you're getting attacked.
Yep.
So, okay.
And the neighborhood kids are coming out to play, so it's about to get real noisy.
Well, hopefully the wind and the trucks and the trains haven't been too bad. If you think our noise quality is just like so bad you couldn't listen to it, then you're probably not listening now, but I'll say it anyway. I get to be the funny one. Just let us know in the comments. Yes, it's terrible. Go back inside,
I'm
or
sure my son,
it's not too bad.
We borrow my son's microphone.
We're hiding it. No, it's down
here.
below.
There you go. It's a Blue Yeti, and why my 12-year-old has a better microphone than I do is a whole nother topic for discussion in his YouTube channel. Because he does have his own YouTube channel.
He does?
Mm-hmm. You didn't know that?
What does he put on it? You are getting attacked. I can see bugs like all over your face.
Minecraft stuff.
Oh.
Like where they play Minecraft and talk about
He
it.
introduced that to my son during spring break at the ranch.
Probably.
Because that is all my 4-year-old is asking
And he
for now,
watches
is
it on
Minecraft.
you. Yeah, I know. So anyway, so we're borrowing his Yeti microphone.
It sounds like there's a wolf out there.
Ooh, okay. So anyway, my point was, Daniel wants to get another microphone. He wants a better one. I don't know.
Wait, he wants a better one than this?
No, what he said was, Mom, there's another microphone
Planes,
that would be
trains, and
better
automobiles.
for you. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's the same company. They'd be better for what you're doing. More direction. I don't know, something. And he's like, so then you can give me mine back.
We only borrow it like once every 3 weeks.
I know. So anyway, yeah.
Okay.
Before I get attacked again.
I was just
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter. Have a great Easter season. I was going to say how many days it goes, and I forgot. 50?
It's 50 in
50.
Easter. Yeah. Because 40,
That's right.
and then you have Ascension, and then 10 for Pentecost.
Pentecost.
Yeah, so 50.
Yeah. And if you want
And if I
us
got
to
that
tell you
wrong,
what that
don't
is,
tell me.
we can.
No.
But if otherwise, we probably won't mention it.
All right.
Pentecost. Some people may not really know what Pentecost is.
You really want to have that discussion now?
No.
Like, fire. That's what I was doing
Not
my kids at
now. I was
CCE. I go,
gonna do it
fire.
now.
Fire on their head. No.
Maybe later. Come back and check us in 50 days. We'll talk about Pentecost. What we aren't doing.
Weird. Yeah. All right.
Bye.